Is your child lying? If they are, then I'm sure you're really, really upset, because more than anything else in this world, we want our children to be good and honest. Now, it's important to understand that although our intentions are good and we never want our children to lie, if we don't understand why they're lying, we can make their lying much worse than it actually is or can be. So let's understand how lying begins and how it really evolves to become something which is bad. So children start lying at around the age of 3 to 5 years. This is actually a cognitive milestone and an indication that their brain is growing. When children begin to lie, you must cheer, because they've actually developed the theory of mind, where they understand that what I think is not the same as what other people think. What I believe is not the same as what other people believe. Different people can think different things, and what we think is not always real. So once children realize this, they start experimenting with this. It's much like, when the child learns how to crawl, they're crawling all the time because they're enjoying crawling and they're discovering their body through crawling. So similarly, a toddler, or a child in the early years between 0 to 7 is actually experimenting with this theory of mind, this new ability that they have to gauge that other people don't know what I know, and I can tell them something different and they will believe me. So this is their only intention. Experimenting is their only intention when they lie. In addition, at this age, actually their imagination is at its peak and they can just imagine just about anything. So imagination coupled with the ability of the brain to actually know that other people don't know what I know and other people may believe what is not real makes the child experiment with lying. Now this is more like creative storytelling at this point. It's more like a fantasy, and children don't have much concept of reality, so their stories are also not believable. Of course, we must not allow lying, and we must explain to them that we want to trust you, so you must not lie. We can do this thing of telling stories, but we must be very, very clear that this is a story. So it's great if you have a story time during which you can actually experiment with the truth. You can make up creative stories of how the horse was flying and how the dog started mewing and so on. And that'll help your child to actually, make up stories and satisfy this creative urge without it causing any damage. Now, a lot of times we don't really have a very gentle approach to the lying, and as parents we come down heavily on children when they're lying, especially because we can easily catch their lies at that age. So if they've eaten a chocolate, we see the wrapper and we ask questions like, who ate the chocolate? We know the answer, and yet when we push it and we ask a question like, who ate the chocolate? Who dropped the water? Did you brush your teeth? Because we know the answers to this and we know that we can catch children. And so we catch them, we shame them. They have a lot of guilt, embarrassment, and shame. And this makes them lie more. We think that it will stop them from lying, but actually it makes them lie more because guilt, embarrassment, and shame are causes for lying. In addition, because we are so powerful at that point of time in parenting, our children are so small and we are so big, and so we are so powerful that we punish children when we catch them doing the wrong thing. So they're scared of us. They don't want to be punished. No one wants to be punished. And so they lie to get out of being punished. the cycle continues. We punish, they lie. We punish, they lie. We punish, they lie. And it becomes a habit for the child to lie. And that habit is created by us because of our punishments. So, very importantly, understand that children are just experimenting with their minds, with reality, with people, with their social skills, and so on when they tell lies. It's best to tell them, look, I found this wrapper here. You ate this chocolate, but you were not supposed to eat it. What could you have done? You could have waited and then asked me, and then maybe we could have decided on a time which is not lunchtime or dinner time, and you could have eaten this chocolate. So it's very important for us to empower them, to remain calm, to be curious about why they lied, and then to empower them to do what they want to do truthfully and in a way that's not going to damage them and keep them safe. Now, coming to when children become a little older, so like when they're around 7-8 years old and older than that, when we find them lying, they're typically lying because they have low self-esteem. So they want to be someone else. They know that that version of them would make you more happy, and so they keep lying. So, for example, your child gets 50 on 100 in the exam, but comes and tells you, I got 70 on 100. Why are they telling you this lie? They're not telling you to fool you. They're telling you because they know that your love is not unconditional. They know that you would love them more if they got a 70 than if they got a 50. They want the 70, but they don't know how to get it. And so they feel small. They don't know what to do to be loved more by you. How to get good marks in order to be loved more by you. And so they lie. They feel that at least temporarily, let me have the love from my parent, and later I'll face the consequences. But that's definitely not the best thing to do. Number one, love your child unconditionally. Love them no matter what they do and how they perform, so that they never need to lie to you. Because when they lie to you, they're also lying to themselves, and they're beginning to believe that they have got those marks when they haven't. It's best if you love them unconditionally and say, nothing can make me love you less. But because I love you so much, I will help you to find a way to get the 70 marks that you have been lying about, the 70 marks that you want. That will make both you and me happy. Let's find a way to learn the subject such that we get more marks. Or let's find a way to play the game such that we win. Or let's find a way to perform better so that we get selected in the main role. So this is very, very important. Low self-esteem leads to lying, and this lying is the worst kind of lying because eventually the child starts lying to themselves, and once they lie to themselves, they cannot improve, because step one of any improvement is looking the problem in the eye and saying, okay, I have this problem, I'm going to work on it, I'm going to solve it, and I am going to get better. So lying is not always about honesty. It's about many other things besides honesty. It's about growth. It's about safety. It's about so many other things. And I'm sure those are all your concerns. So remember to treat lying the right way when it begins, and to keep evolving when you find your child is lying at older and older ages. Figure out why they're lying and actually sort out the root cause of the lies rather than punishing your child for the lies, which will then cause more lying. So here we go. Lying is not bad when it begins. It's just an experiment with a new brain. It's an exercise in imagination. But it can get really bad when you start punishing your child for lying. It can also get really, really bad when you don't empower your child and help them to become what they want to become. So, are you going to help your child to stop lying? If you are, then type help in comments and change your life today. I'm Dr. Debmita Dutta. I talk about parenting with neuroscience. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon when you subscribe so that I can share more parenting tips like this with you, which are based in neuroscience and which will make your parenting journey much, much easier. I'll see you in the next video.